And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Major League Baseball on tap. The Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. And our starting pitcher here today, Dylan Cease. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand. And because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch. And before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
All right, ready to get underway. And the batter now, Jurickson Profar. Ball one there. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. Tattooed to Tater Town and gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and the Braves had the lead now. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Austin Riley at the plate. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Not in time. He's safe. Here's Matt Olson down. First pitch misses.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Ugly hack of the off-speed pitch in the dirt. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Here's the pitch. Run around the goal. Lifted in the air, right field. Tatis under it. Makes the grab. 2 down. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in. You got to try to get another one or maybe two.
And the 1-0.
That's a ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Two on, two outs.
Ball three.
In the dirt, blocked. And they're all loaded up.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin, looking for his first big league hit right here. Line, and that's a base hit. One runs in. Here's the throw to the plate, but it's offline. He will score. 3-0.
Oh, that's a big at bat coming through in the clutch to drive in a pair. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
First and second, 2 outs. And now the shortstop, Nick Allen. That
Ball
misses, and that's ball one.
Counts 1-0.
And he takes a strike. Fouled off. He was late. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
The pitch. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. They limit the damage here. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Braves 3 and the Padres nothing. Back here in San Diego, and starting this one, Chris Sale. What should we keep an eye on here?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Bottom of the first, stepping in for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. Sale, a tall lefty, 35 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2010.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. Sale picks up the strikeout. Luis Ariz stands in. In for a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
2 strikes.
Pitch is in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with a number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Sale ready. Hard ground ball, base knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Batting fourth, the center fielder,
Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. First pitch, and he just misses.
Two and oh.
In the dirt, but kept close. Machado off of first with 2 away. The 2-0 is in for a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Padres leave 1. They trail it here 3-0. Back here at Petco Park, all set for the start of the inning. And now the right fielder, Jared Kellner. Cease back to work. Late on that fastball. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
Profar gets out of the way. That's ball 1.
Straighten him up a little bit.
1 out, base is empty.
Starts him off with the breaking ball, which isn't surprising. They're trying to keep him off balance, but he's been known to connect on the breaking stuff too.
And that drops in for a strike. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Now this is in the air down the line. Tatis settles under it, makes the grab, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Braves 3 and the Padres nothing. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Just missed.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
And that one a little below the knees, and that's ball 2. And another ball.
I got 3-0.
That That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
In the dirt. To second, but way too late. Safe there. And now a man into scoring position.
Well, Boog, not exactly making him earn it right now with the walk and now a wild pitch. He's going to need to find a way to refocus out there, get back in the strike zone before this unravels on him.
The lefty, the 1-0. 6 straight outside the strike zone. Cronenworth leads off second with nobody out. And that's through there for a strike. Upstairs. Next offering is fouled back. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
All one's the count.
That's off the inside corner, and the count is 1-1. And that's outside.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
High in the air, out to right. Kelman in position. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Now, we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Here's Jason Hayward. And that misses. And that is ball 1. There's a swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Next pitch downstairs. Now 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. He can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball, double play.
That misses the zone, and the count's full. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Martin Maldonado up to hit. And that's in the dirt. And that's ball 1. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. That's in there, and it's 1-1. On the ground to third. Tosses to first, and that will end the inning. So they strand a pair. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Braves 3 and the Padres nothing. New inning getting started. Now in for the Braves, Matt Olson.
It's been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Here's the pitch to Olson. And misses inside.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And it's 2-1. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there.
3 balls,
Really
1
had
strike.
some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That one misses.
That's out. Ball
So a
4.
leadoff walk.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Man at first, nobody out. And now Marcelo Zuna. He's 0 for 1. First pitch
Outside,
doesn't
that's a
find
ball.
the zone. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1-1.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
That misses
3
the
balls,
zone.
1 strike.
And now 3-1. It's in and out of his glove. Still slings it to second on a Cronenworth. A sensational double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Singled and scored his first time. Late on that fastball.
0-1.
And that
1
one
ball,
way
1 strike.
outside. And it's 1-1. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. And the Braves go down quietly, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Down the middle for a strike. 0-1.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
That misses,
ball, 1
and the
strike.
count even 1-1.
With Tatis at the plate, we're looking at a player that is never going to be considered boring. He's an electric player that manages to make plays most players wouldn't consider trying.
that's low.
And he plays the game his own way. It's a big reason why he's considered such a fan favorite.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And next is the designated hitter, Luis Arias. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
And that one fouled off. Hit in the air, right field. Kelnick. And there's one down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a swing and a miss.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
And Manny gets a piece. One out and a runner at second here in the last half of the third. On the ground out to short. Machado out of the play.
The center fielder, number 3,
Jackson Merrill now at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to...
Runner breaks for third. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third. Save. Tatis at third with 2 away. That one lifted to left. And that's the inning. 1 left for San Diego. Still down 3-0. And we're back on to the 4th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Way back there. And that one's gone. His first homer of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 4-0.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Baldwin takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
You know, these Braves showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
And that drops in for a strike.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs, and hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
High fly ball out into left center field. Hayward. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Now batting, shortstop, Nick.
And next for Atlanta, Nick Allen. Struck out swinging his first time. Allen, 26 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Yo, one. And that is out of play. Got him looking. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Kelnick in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Swings through that one.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Machado makes the play, and it's out number 3. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in San Diego, bottom 4. So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. And a breaking ball misses outside. That one missing inside. That's in for a strike. Just off the outside edge.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
And they'll do it again. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
So a man at first. Here's Xander Bogaerts. He reached on a walk his first time. And that drops in for a strike. Bogaerts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter. And Sale deals. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Cronenworth gets his lead at first with nobody out. That one hit to right. Kelnick hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, first baseman,
Gavin Sheets, the next up for the Padres. On the ground right side, 4, 6, out, 3 double play. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Braves 4 and the Padres nothing. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Nick Pivetta.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Profar now. He's already homered in this game. First pitch just misses. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Kyle Hart preparing to come on if needed. The 1-0. Profar gets a piece there. One now.
Ball, that's in.
Check swing, called strike. Good eye in that spot. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
And a ground ball to first. Sheets takes it himself. One away here in the 5th.
The bat, the third baseman, Austin.
And the batter now, Austin Riley. 1 for 2. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. Outside low, and 1-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
One ball.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here is Matt Olson. He is struck out, and he is walked. That one's in there. Strike 1.
0-1.
Late on that fastball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one inside. Look out. 2 out, space is empty. That one just misses. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. Braves go down quickly here, but they're in front 4-0. Bottom of the inning, stepping in for San Diego, Jason Hayward. Sale back to work, and that misses. Ball one.
You know, these Padres looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
And there's a ball.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt. Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You've got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
So a man aboard. Next for the Padres, Martin Maldonado. Grounded out his first time.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole. He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That one's in there, and the count is 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And takes low for ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. That one misses, and it's 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Tatis, batting with one down, takes a strike.
0-1's the count.
And the lefty with the 0-1. That one missed.
1-1.
Man at first, one away. Swings through that one for strike 2.
There's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. And the runner stays where he is. Out towards right center. That's well struck. This one looks like trouble. And that's going to roll to the wall. Coming home. He will score.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. 0 for 2 in this one. Tatis dives back in. That one close, rule the ball. Ball one. Right through there for a strike.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Tatis over at second, one down. Pitch is in there, and it's 1-2. Swings and misses, and that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Manny Machado up to the plate. And that drops in for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. The 0-2. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7. Padres with a run-scoring double. It's now a 4-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's Marcell Ozuna. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1. And another ball.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Next offering is in for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Got him swinging.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Albies up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. One down, base is empty. Foul tip. Oh, that got our umpire. And it looks like it got him upstairs. In there at the knees. And that one is inside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Next offering way off the plate.
Still just the 2nd batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Harris stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Foul ball there. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a foul straight back. Pavetta over to first. Albies dives back in. In the dirt. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Hayward puts it away, and there are two down.
Now batting, the catcher, Baldwin.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Drake Baldwin. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Fouled off to the right. Albies at second with two down.
One ball.
This one in the dirt. The next offering misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a slider misses down and away. Nick Allen on deck for Atlanta. Runner at second, 2 down. On the ground to the left. Machado throws to first in time. That's out number 3. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Padres 1. Back here at Petco Park. Bottom of the 6th. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. That one fouled off. Next offering is in for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Sale delivers. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First 2 pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. There's a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Pitch in the dirt. 1-2 the count. The Braves leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Making 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch in that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it. It's
Xander Bogaerts now. And that one fouled off. And a foul ball. Swings and misses. And he strikes out the side here in the 6th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Alec Jacob.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Nick Allen, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ground ball. Handles, throws to first, and a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, the right fielder, Jared.
Here's Jared Kelenic. And ball 1 to the right fielder. Bullpen action for the Padres. Kyle Hart appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Peralta getting loose as well. 1 down, base is empty. Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Back to the top of the order now. At the plate, Jurickson Profar. Gets the outside corner with that one. Kelenic leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Missed with a changeup. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And that skips into dirt.
Strikes.
Next offering is downstairs.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Bounce to third. On to Cronenworth. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. So it's no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Braves 4 and the Padres 1. Bottom of the 7th. So digging in now for San Diego, Gavin Sheets. The Padres in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Ground ball left side. Riley fires to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jason Hayward.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
And a swing and a miss down on strikes. It is 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whiffs.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Brian Snitker out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. That does it for Chris Sale as the lefty makes way, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
Pierce Johnson taking over on the mound.
38 years Johnson.
And here's the catcher, Martin Maldonado. There's the strike. Two down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And a foul ball. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. He's got it. And that is out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 8th, and now here is Matt Olson. Jacob back to work. And that one is downstairs, and that is ball 1. There's a strike.
Two balls, one strike.
Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay.
Three and two.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And one out now.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Ozuna in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
I got one ball, one strike.
First offering misses down and away. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. And that's downstairs. And the count's full.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Stays alive. Out to short. Oh, he gloves it, gathers and throws, and that's a great play for the out.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy on the mound.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Inside. 1-0.
Ball 2.
And that's in the dirt. That's a walk. Went with another changeup but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. Alec Jacob gives way. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So the Padres with a new arm on the mound, Kyle Hart.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. He's already homered here in this one. And there's a strike. And that one sliced foul. Albies, the runner at first with 2 gone. Just misses with that one.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Liner, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Now batting,
Drake Baldwin will hit next. That one catches the zone. That's strike 1.
0-1.
That one is upstairs.
Ball, that's high.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So a job well done from the Friar bullpen that time. Last half of the eighth coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Padres 1. And we're back on to the bottom of the eighth. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
That one way outside, and that's ball one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Raisel Iglesias, the closer of the staff, is getting loose to finish this one off. And a curve is down and in.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
2-2 to count.
That's way outside. And now 3-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
The designated hitter, number 4,
Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. 0 for 3 in this one. The MO for him is contact, a guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a lineup, he's a great 2-hole hitter, or a guy that you could put at the bottom to help turn that lineup over to have some momentum for your top hitters coming up to the plate.
Dunks one into left. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Manny Machado to the dish for a pivotal at bat. 1 for 3. Squirts away a little bit. Nothing happening on the bases, though. The tying run at the plate.
Hey! I got a ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Throw on to Olsen. Machado is out.
Boog, that's a good at bat simply because they found a way to move both runners up a base. Now they're in a really good spot with 2 runners in scoring position.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Pierce Johnson done for the day, and he's on the hook for the runners at second and third. So looking for some help there. Back in a minute. New pitcher now, Dylan Lee.
And a tall task ahead of him right here with 2 runners in scoring position and multiple outs to get. He's going to be pitching for strikeouts here, no question.
Jackson Merrill steps to the plate in a clutch situation. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here. Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. 1 runs in. A second scores as well. It's 4-3.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. There's the strike. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that misses. And now it's even 1-1. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a swing and a miss. Now 2 out. Here's Bogarts now.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time. Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Here comes the 0-1. And that one fouled off. Merrill leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Good eye right there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
The 1-2.
That's in. Ball 2.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Bounced, and that got the pitcher to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Jose Iglesias.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Substitution now at first base. Pinch running here, Brandon Lockridge. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
things to do in the game to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Dylan Lee out of the game, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. On the mound now, Angel De Los Santos.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. So digging in now for San Diego, Jason Hayward. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Nope. First pitch misses. Fastball for a strike.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
That's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And fouled off. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. But they score 3 times to even it up. Through 8 full, and we are tied 4-4. Now into the ball game on defense, Brandon Lockridge. And, man, they're asking a lot of him to play completely out of position. Also entering the game, Yuli Gurriel. He takes over as the new first baseman. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Nick Allen. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Robert Suarez getting ready to go. Here comes the 0-1. And that's outside. And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Machado. He's got it. And there are 2 outs.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Profar in the box now. No balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Swings through that one out in front that time.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that one missing low.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to
1 ball,
expand
2
the
strikes,
zone.
Miguel.
Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Next pitch is outside.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Next one misses. Full count now. Austin Riley in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Two down, nobody on. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Offense held in check there, and 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. And we are tied 4-4. Bottom of the ninth. Here's the catcher, Martin Maldonado. Just missed. Action in the pen down there. Daysbel Hernandez getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Four in the ninth. And now it's even up. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
2 strikes. Ball 2.
That's a really good
2
take.
balls, 2 strikes.
That just misses, and the count's full.
They don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
High fly ball down the left field line. Ozuna ranging after it. And there's one down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
See the velocity 97 with that fastball. And 1-2. Back to the mound. He's got it. In plenty of time to first, and they take care of Tatis for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. And that is downstairs. Ball 1. Line drive, base hit. And the winning run is aboard.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Runner at first with 2 away. Manny Machado, the next up for the Padres. That was the sweeper, but it missed.
No strike.
Trying to send this to extra innings. Swinging a foul out of play. That one down the line, and it stays fair. And he can't come up with it. Around third. Across is the winning run, and the Padres walk it off 5-4.
Well, it's always great when you've got pretty good speed over there at first base. Somebody that can score all the way around the bases. What a tremendous swing and execution by both the batter and the base runner for this walk-off win.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.